Hello, friends. I'm Reverend Rachel Simpson from Anchorage, and this is
Reverend Jane Hyatt from Bend, Oregon.
And we are here to tell you a little bit about our regional Northwest Region Conference that's coming up in September, September 21st to 24th.
Coming soon, and we want to be there.
And the theme of this conference is engage individually, locally, and globally. And let's just talk about the elephant in the room. And that is engagement, but we're all going to be at home because this is a virtual conference.
Right. And we're all tired already. It's like we're so over being online as our way of connecting, right? And we want to see each other. That's the highlight of the conference. It's like whatever is being talked about is really great, but seeing each other, hugging each other, that's the thing that we love. And we don't get that part.
No. I mean, I fly down from Alaska every single time just to hang out with y'all.
So then we have to ask ourselves, so what's the point of coming if we can't do that? Actually, we can do everything except the physical touch. We're going to have a lot of ways to engage.
Yes. Well, tell Jane, since you've got to experience this format more than I have, tell them a little bit about this awesome format we're going to be using.
Yeah, so we're using something completely different called Hop-In. I don't know if any of you have had a chance to do that, but I attended Mindy Odlin's Spirit Group Summit on Hop-In, and it was amazing the things that we could do. So there's the main stage, and that's where the presenters will be when they're talking. But then there's also something called breakout rooms, and think of them as virtual lounges. And so you can go in there and you can have somebody who's presenting in there, and as many people as we want asking questions in there, or just hanging out because maybe it's like the LUTs want to all get together and have a meeting. So we send them to the breakout room and they're all in there together, or the spiritual leaders want to get together, or the people who have new puppies, whatever.
Does it have to be a new puppy, or could it be your old puppy that you just want to share pictures of?
Oh yeah, there we go. We can just have kitty and puppy pictures in a lounge.
There you go. Yes. Grandkids. I know there's a lot of grandkids.
Yes. I'm going to get in that room. So anyway, we can have lounges where we hang out. We can have vendor booths like they do at the Unity International Convention.
Mm-hmm.
These are virtual vendor booths. And so we're going to have a few of those that you can go and talk to the people at the booth and see what they have. And then there's also networking. So you can say, yes, I want to network one-on-one, and you just press a button, and the next thing you know, a person shows up on the screen with you. And we preset how long the networking is going to last. So say it's 3 minutes. So you just interact as much as you can for 3 minutes, and then boom, they're gone. And you press more, and you get to network with somebody else. So it's really fun stuff like that. And not only will you get to engage, but you'll get to experience a new technological toy. So
yeah, it's really exciting. And I hope that any reticence about being on a conference for a whole day, a couple days out of a week you'll be excited, because we're excited. We also have the schedule just as an overview. We'll start on that Monday night at 6 to 8, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday will be 9 to, I think it's not 3:30. So and then there'll be time for networking after that. So it's
and there's time for lunch in there too.
Right. And then there's time for lunch in there too. So it's not a full day. There's time for you to go take a walk in your neighborhood, walk the dog. You get to sleep in your own bed. You get to eat food that you choose. So there's a lot of advantages of being home too.
Honestly, I thought that I would be really exhausted by the end of an entire day on Zoom, even though like many of you, I'm on Zoom a lot during the day, but this was intensive all day long, except hop in. And I was amazed. I was not tired. I was energized because it was such great content and there was so much variety in what happened. And that's the kind of conference that we're planning for you as well.
So we're all sort of in this big shift, and we've all probably, many of us have done a lot of innovating and changing how we're doing things. Why engage now that many of us have been home by the time of this conference for 6 months? What more is there to do, Jane?
Well, I think this is where our unity principles really come into play. So the part of us that is the small self is probably exhausted often with all of these shifts that we've had to make, and we're tired of it. We don't want to do it. We're digging in our heels any place that we have the opportunity to dig in our heels. Some of us just don't have the opportunity, but I think that if we look at unity principles, we are the life principle, and we are growing and we are evolving in every moment, and God is present in every moment. And so right now, even though this is not what we would have picked if we were in charge of the universe, it's still, we in our collective, we are in charge of the universe, right? And this is what we picked. And so we have to seize the day here. And this innovation is where our world is going. We can't hang back and just say, I don't want you, I don't like you. It worked when you were 2, but it doesn't work now. So, and we need to be models for our communities, and we need to also be models for our world. I mean, how much foot dragging is there going on this planet? And what if we all said, well, the thing that I can do is I can jump on the bus wherever it's going, and I can play full out and love people right where they are, and where they are right now is online. So
yes.
I hope that you will take that opportunity and just flush those excuses down the drain about why you shouldn't be doing this. You should be doing this.
And we should be bringing, not this conference from the very beginning, even when we were planning it as an in-person conference, has been very mindful to be planned not just for ministers and spiritual leaders and licensed teachers, but for music directors and board members and future board members and lay leaders of all sorts and youth leaders and all of those people. Some of the people on our planning team are not spiritual leaders in ministry on purpose, because we want to make sure that this content is accessible for everybody, because I believe that if we're going to engage in our communities, engage ourselves, engage the world, as that is our theme, that it's going to take all of us stepping into higher consciousness, all of us stepping into new ways of doing things, all of us engaging. And so this is for everybody. Yeah. Everybody. And not just in our region, right? Woo! How exciting!
Yeah, you can tell
country. We've tried really hard to. We've had confidence in attendance and kept the price low, because we knew we wanted as many people to be able to come as possible. But we've also made it possible to attend the keynotes, mostly for people outside the region. But we're flexible. Because we think our keynotes are so fantastic. Mindy Odland doing the engagement experience, Mitch Hunter doing a whole session on trans and non-binary inclusion. And we wanted to make sure that those are available for anybody who was interested in them. So you can go to our website and you can register just for those, either one or both. Both. You should go to both.
That's
well, yeah.
There's more. I mean, there's meetings, and I know that you want to be current on what's going on with UWM and headquarters and our region, but there's also something cool we're doing called wisdom spots.
Oh yes, of course.
They're sort of like TED Talks of 20 minutes, and they're people primarily from our region that are real luminaries, but we're also pulling in some other people. We've got some fabulous ministers, speakers, people of color that are coming in because we're acknowledging that our region is pretty white and we want to engage in a larger world community. So we are intentionally inviting some people that aren't part of Unity to the party. And
Yeah.
and some of the topics that are going to be on here for the wisdom spots are really fascinating. So
Stay tuned for that
yeah, we'll
information.
tell you that later. We're not going to tell you everything.
I'm not going to tell you at all.
Yeah.
So you need to follow it. So you can go to our Northwest Region page to register. Mm-hmm. You can follow the event on Facebook because we'll be posting more things there. And also share because we really are pretty excited and confident about our conference, and we want to make sure that you hear about it and have a chance to bring your people.
Yeah, I want to share one more thing about this whole engagement process, because this is what I personally found first. When I started ministry in 2011, we had about 12 regular people. So we were a small community. And I found this a couple of years later, the engagement process with Mindy, and then that led on to spirit groups. And I know a lot of you know about spirit groups, but the engagement process was really key for me in growing my church. And we went from 12 to 50 to 112 to now 170 members. And that's just been over a period of 9 years. It's been phenomenal growth, and it's the strategies that I learned through Mindy's coaching that made that difference, and that can make a difference for your community too. And I hope that you'll come and learn that and have your leaders learn that, so that you are not doing it all by yourself.
Yes. The more people who understand what we're trying to do, the easier it is for us to move.
Yeah. And there's also, it has this what if up process. If you haven't been exposed to that, my community loves it. And the UN and their global goals that they have, Mindy's doing something in combination with that. So it's really powerful, and you can take it and bring it to your communities and have some wonderful success. So
well, if I wasn't already registered, I would be fired up and ready to go.
Yeah.
So friends, hopefully we've answered some of your questions and helped you see a little bit of what we're doing. There's always, of course, more. You can always reach out to us if you are curious, and register to come to this fabulous event. Anything else, Jane?
No, I think there is more. There's more that we want to talk about. There's the music and just, but you have to come. Just register. Trust us.
Register. Yeah. We'll talk more about some of that another time. Bye, friends.
Bye.